Shut up and sit down.
Welcome everyone to the Female Bodybuilding channel, and today, JB, we're really excited, JB, because she stole the show a little bit for us at Atlanta. PATTI HANSON, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. First of all, when JB and myself saw you at the stream, when you came out, because we haven't seen so many pictures leading in, crazy improvements. Super impressed. It was a brand new Patty. And how do you feel after Atlanta, first of all?
This is the best show that I have done since being a bodybuilder. For me. Yeah. I've done some things before, but this show, this prep was the best one I've ever done. Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit? In what way?
In what way? Everything. I came in exactly the way I wanted to be. My look, my package, my posing, all the things I wanted to do, I did this prep. Yeah. I hadn't competed since 2021 was my last show. And I quit training.
Oh, wow. Why?
For 2 years.
Wow.
And I started training a year ago.
So you quit from 2021 to 2023?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit why?
I gave up on myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I earned my pro card. You know, I won Miss International and placed the Chicago Pro all on the same day in 2020. I went into Rising Phoenix. 6 weeks later, 6 months later, I did the Chicago Pro again, and it was not a good prep. I did not, I wasn't ready to compete again. And
mentally or physically?
Mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just I quit training. I quit training and didn't take care of myself for a couple years.
A couple of years?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Something specifically that led to it, or you just think that, just something mentally after all the preps? And was there something else in your life?
No. If I have to be honest, I struggle with addiction.
Okay. Recreation. You don't have to go exactly, but recreational drugs or
no? Alcohol.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Alcohol has been an issue. So after 2021, I
went back to that part.
Yeah.
Was that something that was away when you were in 2021? You were competing. Was that something that was put to the side, or was it always
it was put to the side? Yes. You know, I started bodybuilding in 2018 as a whim, because I got healthy and everybody thought I was a professional bodybuilder, and I never bodybuild. I was a CrossFitter. I did CrossFit. And so I started doing women's physique, and that's where I started, and I was good for a few years. And then I fell back. I honestly gave up on myself. That's what happened.
Did you have anyone around you
And
that tried to get you back in, or you were alone, or?
you know, I changed. I put myself around people who let me drink. You know,
Okay.
they let me drink, and that's what I did. And then the summer a year ago, I didn't want to do that anymore. And there was a show, a specific show that came up that I called my old coach and I said, "Hey, this show has my name on it. Can we get me ready for next year?"
That
And he
Atlanta,
says,
bro.
"Yeah." No, it was the Masters Olympia.
Oh, 2020 Romania, 2023.
Yes, that show. Yep, the Masters Olympia. It came, and I felt like that was my calling. So I started getting back in shape last summer. Like I said, I called my old coach, and he says, "We got this." And I spent the last 11 months dedicating my whole life to training.
Was that Brandon Ray
I
or
slept. Brandon Ray. Brandon Ray's my coach. Yes.
Yeah.
And I started last August, and for months I slept. I made it my whole life: training, sleeping, eating. And they didn't have the Masters Olympia this year.
No, that's true. Yeah.
And so I picked the Atlanta Pro because I wasn't going to be ready for spring shows. I wasn't going to be ready for the early spring, midsummer, and I picked Atlanta.
A quick thing, just a quick thing before going a little bit detail. How did you did you just wake up one day and say, "This, I gotta change," or was it like a calling? Was it someone that helped you?
It was just a calling. You know, like I said, I honestly, I gave up. I gave up on myself, and I decided when I saw that show in 2023, I just felt that was my show. And that's what I started training for, to bring me back.
Were you overweight or lost muscle, or what happened? You know that when you started again, because you've been drinking for a couple of years, were you underweight? Were you overweight? Did you lose the muscle? Did you keep the muscle? How was that process?
You know, I could drop a picture from a year ago. I might. I'll drop a picture from a year ago what I looked like. I wasn't overweight. I wasn't overweight, but when I dropped the picture, you can see that I lost my delts. I saw my legs and stuff, but I didn't work out. I would go to the gym maybe a couple days a week and then take a couple weeks off, you know, or go 3-4 days and, you know, not go for a week or two. So it was sporadic. And yeah.
So during Atlanta, let's just say your check-ins, the hotel check-ins or whatever, like, did you take a moment like, wow, look what I'm like, because this is bigger than just a placing in the show, correct? Did you feel anything special during Atlanta then when you saw
this whole experience, this whole week, or this whole last weekend, the whole thing? I am so proud of everything. My look, my package, how I felt mentally, my prep, Everything was the best I've ever done. Since I've ever started bodybuilding. I have Mr. Brandon, who's my coach. I also picked up Miss Sheila Bleak.
Yeah, the posing coach, yeah.
My posing coach. She lives in the same state as me. And for years I had been wanting to work with her. I just never reached out to her. And I did about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best things I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the two of the most important people in my prep this last one. Yeah.
So bodybuilding saved your life in a way, correct?
Yes. Yes, it did. Bodybuilding has saved my life.
Yeah. Fantastic. Wow, that was a great backstory. It's important for people to know the real truth. That was really JB, don't start crying up there, JB. I saw your tears dropping down. It was very I saw it.
I mean, if I show you guys the picture, if I show you guys a picture of me a year ago, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah.
I hope you can send it so we can use it for this video so people can see how you look.
I can.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Wow. So at Atlanta, tremendous physique. Really like wow. How are you feeling in the middle, top 4? You're battling with some great Olympians like Sheena and Acock. Now you must feel good. You know, you got what it takes.
I feel that, you know, this is the first time in my life that I was excited to get up on stage. I've always been ready, like my physique, but I've always been scared of the stage. I've always been scared of posing. I didn't feel like I knew how to pose. I don't breathe on stage. I don't breathe during work. Like when I did CrossFit, I could row 250 meters and barely breathe just to get it done. So everything about Atlanta changed for me. Like people might look at the physical, but it's mental. I was up on stage and I wanted to be out there. I used to be scared to walk out there and be judged or do my night routine. Like I remember all my years, like girls are excited to go out to the night routine. I was terrified. I'd slip, trip, or just not feel confident in myself. And this show changed for me. I went up there, I breathed, I posed, I held my own, I did not shake, I walked off stage, barely, you know, like I'd not even been out there. It was a totally different experience for me.
We saw it on stream. Your presence was there.
Did you?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, it was great.
I was so excited. I wanted them to call my name. I wanted to be out there. And truthfully, I'm a master. I didn't start bodybuilding until I'm a master. I wanted to enter masters, but me and my coach decided that we wanted to keep me fresh for the open because I want to make the Olympia. And masters doesn't get me to the Olympia. So I did not compete in masters because of that, because I did not know if I could go out there and be on stage twice and breathe and get it all done. And hindsight's 2020. Looking back, I should have done masters. The more I pose, the harder I get.
Yeah.
And everything, but I walked away. I walked away from that. I'm still on a high from that show. Like no one knows, my coaches know just how much changed for me
Mm.
in the few short minutes in Atlanta,
Great.
So
being out there.
we're doing Chicago, but what is the future for you now with bodybuilding?
I'm not doing Chicago.
Well, you're not doing Chicago, no. Okay.
I'm not doing Chicago. I'm doing Anaheim.
Oh,
In
I will be in
September
Anaheim in September
in California. Yeah.
in California.
Yeah. What do you feel? We saw your physique, tremendous legs, arms, delts, everything is there. Also the frame, the structure. What do we need to do to get that Olympia qualification at California?
The feedback from the judge, lower lats.
Get more lower lats?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
feedback. My conditioning's spot on. My delts are spot on. My shape's spot on. My legs are spot on. I need some lower lats.
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah. Is there a plan for that all the way now in September though? Can we do that to September?
I believe we can. I
Okay.
believe we can. Making
Yeah.
muscle is what I do best.
Oh.
So do it.
It is.
Yeah.
I,
No, that's
I
gonna be.
mean,
Yeah, it's going to be great. But remember that Cali show, that's going to have all the Americans that hasn't made the Olympia yet. That's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
That's going to be crazy, correct?
it'll, yeah. And I'm going to show up better than I did in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show up better physique, better posing.
Everything.
Everything. I will be better.
And
we'll see where that lands.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you're a master. Can we tell your age or?
I will be 46 in October.
Okay. That means we got still 6 good years left in the game, at least, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't start bodybuilding until I was 40.
No, so you're fresh. You're new to this, so your body has to be through that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Great. No, it's really exciting. A little bit about you. What are you doing besides bodybuilding? Because we don't know anything about you. Each time we reach out on DM, you say yes or no, and then you stop. You don't say yeah. You're very quick to the point.
I'm a very shy person. I'm kind of an introvert. I'm a country girl. I live on 100 acres. I raise beef cattle. I have 2 children. I'm HR at FedEx. I hire and train package handlers. That's what I do in my other time. But yeah,
it's the hardcore bodybuilding. That's the plan right now, correct?
me and my coach even had this talk. I feel I was made to be a bodybuilder. Between my physique, my personality, and everything, I feel this is my calling. Very much. And my backstory is I rodeoed, I barrel raced for the first 20 years of my life. I turned pro when I was 13.
When you were?
When I was 13,
okay.
I turned pro in barrel racing. So I got a full ride scholarship to college for it. I was on the path to go to the NFR, which is the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I quit riding. I gave up on myself back then.
Okay.
And I found my calling in bodybuilding, and I feel this is my second shot, and it means the world to me that the Olympia is in Las Vegas, Nevada, because I was on my way to be there by the age of 18, 19 at the highest stage in the world in rodeo. And I don't know, this is this is what I want to do.
And we're also doing the Master Olympia, I hope in 2025, because they will be back.
Yeah, if they, no, they didn't have it this year.
No,
they didn't, like, they had it last
back
year.
Next year.
Yeah. If it's back next year, I will. I'm. I can't say what I'll do next year. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in Anaheim.
No,
I hope for the best. But if Anaheim doesn't happen, I will be ready for early shows next year.
Yeah.
I will definitely be ready for the early spring shows. And we'll see what show I decide to do. But Masters Olympia could very much be on the plan.
Yeah, it's smart to do the early shows. As you saw this season, it's a little bit more open, not everyone, like right now it's packed, it's smart to do the earlier show, isn't it, to get the early Olympic
I would have done earlier shows this year. I wasn't ready, but I know this year, come next spring, I would be ready for the earliest shows.
We just wanted to have you on, Patti, because we were so impressed. We didn't know about your backstory. We just thought you were shy and hiding, but now we know the backstory. One thing, will you let fans because as you know, women bodybuilding fans, we're not many, but we're hardcore, and they like to see the athletes speak, if it's YouTube, or if it's in their Instagram, or if it's tours, or if it's like, will you be more approachable?
I'll be more on there. The last few months I was focused on
the show,
on my show and my prep. I wanted to come in and do what I did. I wanted to, after not bodybuilding for 2 years, I wanted to come in and make my comeback. And I feel like I did exactly what I set out to do. Not exactly, but I'm thrilled with what I did in Atlanta.
Patti, you came in from nowhere and you were super close with 2 Olympia girls and Sarika, who looked incredible, obviously. And there was a big difference between the 4th place girl and the rest, meaning you were at that level that you're just there for making the Olympia in your first year back after battling depression and alcohol. So that means you are, and you have a coach that you trust, that you are working good together, and so the sky's the limit now, correct?
Yes. Sky's the limit. What happened for me, like I said, this has changed everything. My fear of the stage is over.
Yes,
that's great.
It's just I'm just a different girl. I want to be out there. I want them to look. I mean, before I was always scared, and nervous, and I'm not that girl anymore.
No.
Good. And I was so confident. I could see from the corner of my eye, there was girls next to me shaking. Their legs were shaking. I was not. I like I said, I walked off like, not out of breath, not shaking, confident. Ready to do more. Like I said, looking back, I should have done the Masters, but me and my coach, we wanted me fresh for the Open. So that's what we did.
Good. Why would you? So you said you wanted to do the Master because you feel you can get a little bit harder from it.
Oh, well, the more I pose, the harder I get. I mean, the more I pose, the better I look. I mean, just even in, daily, the more I pose, the better I look. So I know that if I probably would have done Masters, I might have come in a little bit harder, but I'm happy.
It's the most important thing, that you're happy on stage and getting your best to what you can. That's it. So.
I felt I looked my best. I used to always wear my hair up because I was scared I would forget to move it off your back or your shoulders and all that kind of stuff. I'd always have it up or in a braid and stuff. I wanted to look like me. I wanted my hair down. And I accomplished all of it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for coming on. We will be really excited to see the next show, the Anaheim show, correct? Is what you call it?
Yeah, it's the Anaheim show. Yeah, I think it's about the 3rd week in September.
Yep.
Yeah.
People were gonna watch that. Good luck for that, and we hope you're gonna post some updates leading into show this time, correct?
I'll post some updates. Like I said, I was so focused on just coming in. I didn't post any really updates or with my coaches, my check-ins and stuff. Me and my coach just didn't post them. We just wanted to show up. That was our plan.
And you did it successfully, and that's for sure. Well, how much are you up from stage weight right now, by the way?
None.
None?
No.
Can we see some of the physique?
She do it. Ooh.
So you're not...
Wow.
I'm not.
We
Yes.
There you go.
Wow.
Crazy separated.
Oi. Say oi. Come on.
Let's it.
My glutes.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, cross-strided in the glutes.
Good man.
There you go.
Wow.
We can... You haven't gained anything.
I haven't gained anything.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah. No.
Surprising.
Are we rebounding? Are we staying on the same diet, or are you rebounding a little bit, or what's the plan? Just quick before the Anaheim. What are we doing? Because it's still 2.5 months or whatever. No, July. It's a little over 2 months. What are we doing for 2 months?
Yeah. We're working on my back.
Okay.
Yeah, lower back.
That's
Lower back.
I mean, we're working on my low. I talked to the head judge not only the day of the show, the next day. I ran into him and bring up my back, bring up my lower lats, and sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Kind of what I was told.
Thank you very much for coming on, and we hope to talk to you after you win the Anaheim show, correct?
I hope that happens.
Come on.
But once again, I'm going to go into Anaheim looking to beat my Atlanta package.
And that will be enough to win it.
Sounds
there you
like
go.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on, Patti.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.